So my grandpa was a hippie, like 70-80s kinda weed. He gives me some of his weed when I visit him. So I'm high as a kite, laying on the couch watching YouTube in a house in the middle of the woods. It's like 9:30 p.m. by this point. Well, I hear a car door slam outside, someone walks up the porch, and then I hear someone start to jiggle the handle of the front door. Now I'm in Texas, so there is a gun about 2 inches away from me loaded and ready to go, and I'm mentally preparing myself for what might happen. So I'm kinda processing the situation, and I expect the lock on the door to give me about a minute to get a level head and be ready. Not even 2 seconds after the door starts to jiggle I see it open. It wasn't locked because someone left the house and didn't lock it when they left. Full-blown panic hits. Now I'm downright in panic mode. I haven't even had time to grab the gun and be ready for what I thought was a home intruder. Then I see my Jean-Pa's face. I cannot tell you the feeling of relief that washed over me. I was later told by my grandpa that the face I made had been the most alarmed and terrified expression he had ever seen. And I believed him, as I have never and likely will never feel that level of panic ever again.
When I was 18, I was buying some weed off my friend, who was also 18. This is 20 years ago, so rec wasn't legal. We go to a random parking lot to be out of the public eye, and we walk to a random car. It's a bit dark out. He puts 2 grams on the hood of the car, I put $20 on the hood of the car. Suddenly, the car honks its horn. We look in through the windshield and there are 2 uniformed police officers inside, and they're looking at us like we're the dumbest MFs in the world. I've never run so fast in my life. They didn't chase us. They were probably too busy laughing. I got the weed BTW. Pretty sure my buddy grabbed the $20.
Quick story for you about when I broke my ribs while crossfade and skated down a hill. I met up with some friends and told them to get some DRO and a bottle. They came back with a 21 of Sprite, Jolly Ranchers, a 1-4 and a bottle. We went to our spot. Poured up. Smoked up and went to this hill. It had a smooth into sharp turn and it was bumpy. I went on a penny board a few sizes too small and sent it all the way down and woke up face first in the ground with my friends freaking out around me. What happened was, after the last few bumps there's a tunnel, and at the end there's a great cover right after a, you guessed it, another bump. So I was told I went over this bump and hit the grate. I flew off, hit my face on the ground and passes out. I fucked up my knee. I elbowed my own ribs on the way down and broke some and got concussed. Don't drink and skate, kids.
Emma just skipped to it. I hung out with a friend and copped a 1-4. I was gonna have my 1-8, he was gonna have his. We went to a school nearby and we got on the roof and we fed about half our supply. We were watching some Stephen Wright comedy and we decide we want to go somewhere but we don't know where, so I said we could just walk around. Turns out getting absolutely fucking fucked out of your mind then walking around with no sense of direction is a bad idea. We went up a small mountain and got to the top before going down the other side, and we were at a park. This was crazy to me at the time. I looked at the edge of this mountain and just froze. It was beautiful. One side was the orange pinkish sky and the city side of the town, and the other side was a darker blue and was the greener, more forestry side of the town. My friend called me over a chilled at the park and we went home and I stayed up all night trying to draw the mountain. TLDR, got baked out of my mind with a friend and got lost on top of a mountain.
I don't need to tell a story. Mine is like a fable. The first time I got baked, I walked a 2-mile round trip when my house was only 750 yards away. I got lost, shat myself and fell to the curb to sit down. I was so confused about where I was and I knew the area like the back of my hand. Eventually found my house and sat on the sofa, felt sick, went through to the bathroom, looked into the mirror and my eyes were almost near my ears. I looked a bit Eastern. I pissed myself laughing for about an hour straight. I mean full on bawling with laughter. I composed myself, went through to my living room and had another, collapsed on the couch and was knocked out for about 10 hours. It was night when I woke up again and I lost a full day. Wouldn't change it for the world, would live to experience it again. Edit. Then there was the time I had proper fresh bud, crystal like stars, green and brown like the Irish fields and Scottish glens. It made me forget English. That was hilarious. I was speaking it in my head and knew what I was saying, but it was coming out like Weirs or Wayo. My eyes were lava red, light was all psychedelic and sound was like walking on cloud. All amazing feelings, but I could not speak. I think it stunned me that much what I was smoking. Tvi not had bud as good since. Edit. That was 2015, is it really that long already? Time is speeding up, I swear to God.